Hey YouTube, it's Hex again. Welcome back to another video. This video is talking, it's gonna encompass a few things. Um, Amber asked that we all kind of talk about Samhain and these couple weeks in Witchiversity. That's exactly what our focus is gonna be. As you know, Samhain is this coming weekend, the 31st, so Saturday through Sunday. And Samhain is the time that we, not that we shouldn't be doing it throughout the year, but this is the special time where the veil is the thinnest and we can really work with and honor our ancestors in a way that is really impactful. So as you guys can see here is what's set up as of right now for my ancestral altar. I'll show you some pictures. The one on the right here is of my grandmother and her sister Sally, my Aunt Sally. My great Aunt Sally, actually. This is the one I speak about from New Orleans, who just recently passed away in July. So as of right now, she's on here. Here's another picture of me when I was a child with my little sister and my grandmother who's still alive on my mother's side on the right, and then my grandmother on my father's side who's on the left, who had passed away this year. And then just a close-up shot of her here. And then a dried rose. The candle, I actually need to replace this. This is the candle that I lit when she was passing, so that she would pass in peace. For loose incense and resins, I always keep something here. And then I have an incense holder right now for burning incense. Now, this is the cross that she gave us. As I told you guys before, my grandmother was Catholic. She gave each of the boys in the family, after she passed, she had these crosses made. And they were delivered to us, and it's a stainless steel cross, so I keep this on my ancestral altar in remembrance of her. But I also wanted to talk with you guys about, during Samhain, the ability that you have to work with your ancestors. Now, I work with my ancestral magic often. It's something that I just feel in communion with them, and we're connected, and I just know this, so if I need something I ask, and usually I do receive from them, and I, by setting up an altar like this and burning incense regularly, and while I'm lighting the incense I'm thinking about them, and just paying homage to them, that they are more than willing to help me. So recently, I think I spoke a little bit in another video about how my grandfather was very ill, the one that was married to my grandmother who is recently deceased. And when I went out to New Orleans in July for her funeral, I was talking to my family, and I told them that I didn't think that my grandfather was going to last 6 months after she passed, because he was just taking it really hard. So lo and behold, 3 months in, and he was, he's diabetic. He's been diabetic his whole life, but it has compromised his immune system. And so he got a cut on his foot, and it became infected, and then the infection spread to his blood, and it became a serious complication. He was getting fluid and whatnot in his lungs, and the infection was traveling, so he was in the hospital for a few weeks. He had to have a few emergency surgeries. So when I found this information out, I went ahead and I grabbed a couple different candles, 2 different white ones actually, that are in the small votive jar size. And I dressed them with some blessing oil, and I enchanted them. One of them I wrote my grandfather's name on the left, and then my grandmother's name on another candle on the right. And every night, before bed, I would light a healing incense, and I would light her candle and ask that she be present with him, and then I would light his candle and ask for her to protect and heal him. And I want to let you guys know, this is not something I would normally share because it's pretty personal, but I wanted to talk with you guys because this is the time where your ancestors have the most power and the most access to being able to do this kind of work with you, because we're closer to the veil being as thin as it is. So I did this every night, and I would ask that not only would she protect myself and all of my family, but more so to focus with him, and that if there wasn't something that could be done if it was his time to go, that she be there to walk with him, and to help him cross over peacefully, and that it was okay. Um, and it's, I mean, it's a spell, essentially. This is a very simple way to ask your ancestors to help you with spell work. And the act of lighting the candles and the incense every night is feeding that intention and sending it to him. He is now out of the hospital. He is healing correctly. They told us that he would have no more than 3 days left to live in his current condition when I started this spell. And now that the spell has been completed, I actually still have some candle left to burn here. I'm leaving that just in case. I don't ever dispose of something like that. This will stay on my ancestral altar in case something were to happen and he were to slip again. I could go immediately back to that and just help him along as much as possible. Um, they told us he didn't have much time left in his current condition, so as soon as I started the spell, his condition miraculously improved. The doctors couldn't figure out how. All they could say was that it must be the antibiotics were finally working, even though he had a resistant infection. It was like a level 2 or 3 resistant bacterial infection of the blood, and so most antibiotics weren't working. So I think it was just a combination of Western medicine and magic. So don't limit yourself during Samhain, you guys, um, to just honoring them, because that's something you should really be doing every day. I think this is the time, if there's any spell work like this that needs to be done, or anything that you want them to help you with, or to divine with you about, this is the time to do that as well. So don't pass up this opportunity. I won't actually be around my altar space on Samhain. I actually have a work trip coming this weekend where I will be out of town. So what I will actually do is this evening I will go ahead and I will have my ritual in honor of them, and then I will probably bring just a candle that's been pre-dressed to light before bed on Samhain. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys, because Ember, kind of wanted to talk about the types of rituals that we do with Samhain, and she brought up some good points in her video about her dumb supper that she was doing. And I just kind of wanted to share my experience with ancestral work, because this is the key time of the year for that. I'm in the process of kind of rearranging and resetting the altar right now, so I figured I would take the time to film it for you guys and kind of show you everything that I have up here as of right now. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about the spell that I did, or how I think it worked, definitely shoot me a line down below, and I'll get back with you on that. If you guys want to talk about ancestors, definitely, let's chat. I'm so open to chatting about it. I like to hear everyone else's perspective. I feel like, my grandmother is our family's guardian angel. She is definitely, I haven't done a full meditation and whatnot to find out, but I just have a feeling she's my spirit guide. I hear her voice a lot of the time when I'm like listening to my intuition, and I'm, for instance, if I'm speeding and I hear her voice, slow down, there's a cop up ahead, and then there happens to be a cop that would have given me a ticket. That kind of a thing. I don't just have a feeling, I hear her voice telling me. So I just wanted to share that with you because it's something personal, and I think that this time of year is personal for a lot of people because of the current holiday. Yeah, so until next time, I will talk to all of you soon. Thanks for watching, and blessed be.